Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Deluxe Release, Snow Job. If Saturday morning cartoons fueled your imagination as a kid and powers your action figure collecting now as an adult, then you're in the right place. Thanks for stopping by and welcome to Saturday Morning Toy Collector. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Alright, just taking a closer look at the front of the package here. I love this beautiful artwork of Snow Job on the front with this tank and this polar bear in the background. You see everything he comes with, some nice artwork there. That artwork's repeated around on the side. He is number 67. You can use that to check out his stats if you care to. And boy, you can see everything this deluxe figure has in his loadout. He looks incredible. You can see his specialties right there, and all the equipment that he comes with. So let's get him opened up and take a closer look. All right, Snow Job comes with a lot of stuff, so it's going to take a little bit to get through this, but he does come with this this sidearm right here, which looks really nice and kind of futuristic. If this is a real gun, somebody let me know in the comments down below. Here is his sniper rifle. It's got a little bit of a bend to it. It's got some nice green on the stock and on the longer part of the gun. Sorry, I don't know my gun parts. He does have a removable clip and nice scopes, not removable, and a little hole in the end for blast effects. He does come with two of his poles, which are really cool. They got a little bit of a silver paint on the tip and little plastic straps on the end. He does come with two snowshoes, again picking up that same kind of like olive drab color. Look at that texture on the bottom. That's really cool. That looks really neat. That is also, that olive drab color is also on his gun, which is also really cool. Picking that color up again. Here are his skis, which also look really nice. Picking up that same kind of olive drab color and putting it on there on the skis as well. They look really cool, nice and simple. And his backpack, which is really cool. I would have liked, of course, some extra paint apps on here, but of course that's that's par for the course for classifieds. That's right there where his sniper rifle attaches or kind of slides down in the inside. These straps on the sides are detachable. You can unhook those. There's 4, and that's what holds the skis to the side. I love that, with the exception of his extra head and extra collar piece, everything stores on his backpack. Which is really cool. Speaking of extra heads, here is the head with the with his little thermal cap pulled up. He does have the goggles with this nice, beautiful, like reflective paint. You can either rest those on the top of the head, or you can slide them down over his eyes, which looks really, really cool. I dig that a lot. Looks really neat. Man, that reflective paint looks really cool. That gradient looks awesome. But man, I just love this head right here. This head just screams like 70s G.I. Joe, espionage, spy. I love this hair. I love the wash on it. The color just looks really incredible. And then here is his full fur-lined hood that goes up over the head when it's like pulled up, and then you have a fur collar piece that kind of rests around the neck to simulate if the collar was pulled down. Both of these look incredible on the figure. It's hard to figure out for me which version of the head and collar piece that I actually like the best. Taking a closer look at Snow Job himself, man, this guy is absolutely incredible. I love that head. The fur collar piece just looks great. The straps around the upper part of the chest look incredible. They are a separate piece. And man, I love the color work here. The light grays breaking up the white, the brown breaking up the white as well. It just looks incredible. Like I said, this is a separate piece, but it is glued to the upper part of his torso, so you cannot remove it unless you sever that glue bond right there. I love the gray strap and stripes that come down through the front of the chest, the pockets, the zippers on the arms. I just really dig that. I love that it breaks up the white and makes it not as just a stark white outfit, which is really cool. I love the gray pockets on the pants. Look great. This nice brown holster on the side looks really, really cool. I dig that, and those dark gray boots just look great. It's more light gray around the bottom of the pants as well. More pockets, more straps. It's very simple, but I love the design of this suit, and I think it looks incredible. With this particular head, you can look up about that far, which is really cool, and you can look down about that far. You got some nice upper waist articulation. He can tilt forward, side to side. As far as the arms go, they can go all the way out and hit that T-pose, no problem. Most Joes don't have a problem with this, but it's nice to show it off anyway. Arms can go all the way around if you need them to. Upper bicep swivel, of course. Double jointed pinless elbows. My joints are really, really stiff on this guy, and his lower part or maybe the upper part here of the elbow articulation just does not want to bend, but we're gonna see if we can get it to bend, or if it's kind of just super stiff. There we go. But with the bulkiness of the jacket, you still can get all the way up like that, which is just absolutely incredible for how bulky this jacket is. You've got that waist swivel and crunch, so he can turn all the way around. He does have some drop down on the legs, but his legs can only go forward about that far, and they can't really go back but about that far right there. It's not really a lot, and they're not going to stay. They do want to have a tendency to like kind of pop back in place. You do have that upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees are only going to get you that far. You do have a swivel down at the cuff where the boot comes out, and then hinge and rocker. For foot articulation, boy, it's too early and I haven't had my coffee. But let's change this head out and take the fur collar piece off, so we can see what this other head looks like. So what you want to do is if you want to use the goggles, you kind of want to put them on first on the head, and they really don't fit on the other head with the hair. And then you just want to push this into the collar piece, the hood, and then you just want to pop the entire thing onto the figure. And then there's a nice little recess down for the collar to fit down into. You just want to get those goggles positioned best you can, and there's what Snow Job looks like with his goggles on and his hood up. You just want to fit that down in the little recess, and with that he can still look up about that far, but you are hindered and it can only look down about that far. But you do still get a nice little bit of tilt there with the head with the hood up. So let's turn our attention to how we're going to kit out this backpack and how you can put all of his accessories on at once. I like to start out by opening these straps up for the skis on the side, and what I like about them is they're a little tough to get out, but at the same time they plug in very nicely and they stay securely, so that's really cool. So you could take the gun with the removable clip, the whole thing, and slide that down into the central part of the backpack, and I like how it just barely hits the very bottom of that. It fits in there perfectly. Looks great. And then what I like to do is I like to take the skis and put them on. You just want to slide them into the side and then just push the straps in, and they hold the skis in very, very well, which is really cool. I'm glad that he can actually hold all of his equipment on his backpack, which is really cool. Let's get the other ski in here and put that on. Get the straps in there. And let's see here. Now we have the skis secured. All right, so you have some little tabs down here on the bottom. But what we're going to do next is we're going to slide the pole arms in. There's two little clips, top and bottom. And we're going to feed those in and just kind of clip those into the back. And you want to do this, of course, after you've done the skis, so you don't have to fool with the straps again, because they do kind of obscure the straps. So we got the skis, the poles, and then we have his snowshoes. They kind of clip in right here on the bottom, so you can get both of those in. They fit nicely right side by side, and they just look really cool. And there you have it. You've got all of his equipment kitted out on his backpack, and he can carry it all. It works fantastically. You can get that his sidearm into his holster. That fits nice. And like I said, with the exception of his extra head and collar piece, you can carry everything he comes with on his back, which is incredible. This guy just looks fantastic. Man, I have so much. I can't wait to share my final thoughts because I have so many good things to say about this figure. Man, he just looks incredible. All right, for some size comparisons, we're going to bring in a couple of other Arctic troopers that we have here. We're going to be bringing in the very first Storm Shadow, the Arctic Storm Shadow, which you can see he's a lot more yellow than Snow Job, and then our Arctic Bat with his droopy gun barrel, and a lot more Arctic white on the bat than the original Storm Shadow. But there you have a sort of height comparison between these guys and our Arctic troopers that we have so far. Snowfar. So let's get these guys out of the way. Let's get him into some background and some lighting and see how he poses up. Man, I gotta tell you, this is not only is this guy my absolute favorite G.I. Joe release of the year, sleeper hit. I was not expecting the nostalgia to hit me so hard with this figure, and all of the equipment and everything he comes with. He is just not only is he my favorite Joe release of the year, he may be up there in the running for action figure of the year. He's definitely going to be making my top 10 action figures of the year, no doubt about it. This release is spectacular. It's incredible. It hits all of the right notes. He just has this really awesome, like old school G.I. Joe 70s spy vibe going on. I just absolutely love it. This to me is an absolute perfect release, and I wouldn't change a thing. So thank you, Joe team over at Hasbro. This figure is a masterpiece. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. I super appreciate it. Please continue to check us out over at Instagram at Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I am the Saturday Morning Toy Collector. I'm your host, Mark, and remember, I will see you in the toy aisles.